Hello everyone, I'm Ale from Tech by AF, and today we're talking about the iPhone 17 lineup. The Apple event was crazy, and the iPhone 17 is quite interesting. But before giving my hot takes, I wanted to think about it. So the video is 2 days late. First of all, the Apple event. Apple thought about this event really well. In fact, even if I'm not a fan of Apple products, I thought about this phone for a while because the specs are crazy, and what they did with the base model and the Pro models is right for the market that we are in today. We have seen some Pro features in the base model. In fact, even if we have the same design of the iPhone 16 on the iPhone 17, we don't have the same technologies inside. Apple is featuring a 48 megapixel camera on the base model, so it's not an exclusive of the Pro and Pro Max model, but it's coming to the base model widely available for the one that don't want to spend too much on a phone. Another really good feature is the 120Hz display. Apple is finally embracing the future. Even if Android had these features for quite a while now, Apple is coming with their 120Hz display both for the Pro models, that was what we were expecting, and for the base model. The interesting part is in the back. In the back we don't only have a rectangle that have the camera inside, they even put some components inside of it to make the phone smaller and to have more battery. In fact, the new A19 chip is being put inside of that rectangle, and this is good because we have an aluminum frame that is good for heat dissipation, and we can fit more battery inside of the phone. That was quite a problem with iPhone, since it's a really known meme that iPhones have bad battery. They are giving a pixel style camera bump, and even without it we have a very big glass rectangle on the back. This glass is important because they use aluminum on all the frame and on a part of the back, especially on the processor and camera bump, to have better heat dissipation, to not make all the phone too hot. And they put a vapor chamber. That is a thing that is going on Android from maybe 2 years from now. And they put some glass on the lower part of the back side because they wanted to be still able to have MagSafe. And this is good for them to put MagSafe in it, since an aluminum shielding couldn't let magnetic fields to go out from the phone and to go into the phone to have magnetic charging. So they had to make some decisions, and they decided to have not only aluminum and neither only glass. This is an interesting design ideas. They wanted maybe to follow the nothing path. We have some strange patterns on the back, but this seems like a low budget phone that they didn't know how to fit all components with keeping only one material on the back. So maybe someone will like it. I personally don't like it too much, but it's a personal preference. We can stick to the outside talking about the colors. I'm not talking about the iPhone 17 base colors, since it's almost all colors. We have white, we have black, we have all colors. In the Pro lineup we only have 3 colors: silver, blue and orange, maybe. I don't know if that's an ordinary orange, it's a coppery one. I don't know what took them to give this color, since it's not a classical orange, it's not a coppery orange that may be recalled to the copper inside of the phone. It's a strange color. Don't see anything bad. We are not featuring a black model that is elegant and professional. In a professional phone we seek minimalism and good design, yes, but even some professional looking, and the black was the one more professional. I don't know if maybe sometime in the year they will make a jet black version, for example with the iPhone 7. Maybe, could be a possible way, but for now, for the initial lineup, the color is missing. Another big part of the event was the iPhone Air. Apple announced it, but there was not a mind-blowing thing, since now leaks are ruining everything. And I want to talk about it before talking about the iPhone Air. In fact, when Apple announced the MacBook Air on the first MacBook Air, it was a good thing, it was a mind-blowing thing, a mind-blowing event, because there were no leaks, it was a thing coming out from nowhere, and it was a very good thing because MacBooks were quite bulky, it was difficult to carry around a laptop that bulky. And Apple listened to their customers and gave the MacBook Air. That was a magic thing. It was an entire laptop on a very slim chassis and with good features. Now they're coming out with a phone that has only one camera, and it's good on specs, but it's no surprise since Samsung already made the S25 Edge and Apple has not more the lead. So they have to follow behind Samsung, they have to respond to the attack from Samsung, making a new phone that was lightweight, that was efficient as an S25, and it was an innovation. The phone is quite good, even if it's slim. We can't hate on it before having it on our hands, but we can see some things. For example, only one camera can be a problem. Not too much, since if you are preferring a slim phone over a performance phone, maybe the camera isn't your main use. Or maybe you are just happy enough with one good camera, one 48 megapixel camera. You have all the features, for example, the camera button, the sliding button for the zoom, and all the Apple main features. So the phone is good. We have a good battery, we have no more a SIM tray, since we will have eSIMs both for the US part, like pixels, and for the global phone. That may be more a problem since, for example, in Europe, eSIMs are not widely used. Apart from that, we have the same screen of the base and Pro models, and we have a good phone overall since the chip is the same, the battery is good, we have no SIM trays to fit more battery, and we will have even the iOS 26 inside, so the device is optimized, the processor is made by them, and this is good since they can optimize the processor for the softwares, and the Apple experience have always been good. So this is good for the lineup. And before going on with the consideration on the price of iPhone 17, please, if you're liking the video and my channel, leave a like and subscribe down here. Now we can make some consideration about the prices, and we have a lot to cover about it. First of all, Apple announced the iPhone 16e for $599. It's not too much, but for that price, I maybe go for the previous year version or 2 years before version. Apple iPhone 15 is still a good phone, so with more functionalities, we have a good phone for the same price of this cheaper phone. So I don't really know what kind of market they are putting this phone in. Then we have the base iPhone 17 that's going for $799, and it's a good price range, and we will talk about this in some seconds, since they could fit this phone on a hole made by pixels. Then there is the iPhone Air. The iPhone Air comes for $1,000. I don't think that is too much. They have some research and development to give this phone to the public, so they have to make some investments on it. The specs are good, you are getting a slim phone, the price of the S25 Edge, maybe. New technologies are always good, so if you like a small phone, you don't care about cameras and performance, you can go for the $1,000 iPhone. Then there is the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. This particular lineup of the Pro phones goes from $1,099. That is a good price if you want a Pro phone. I don't really like big phones, so for me Pro could be the way. Overall, it's a good phone. and is holding up with others, for example OnePlus 14 maybe, and with S25 Ultra. The iPhone 17 price is the interesting part for me. In fact, we saw on the previous videos, for example this about ecosystem lock-in, and with the new Pixel 10 lineup, that Pixel and Google are pushing towards ecosystems and seamless integration, a clean experience on Android. And they're trying to make easy to go from another phone to Pixels like Apple does to their phones. So they're trying to fit on the same spot, the same users that Apple wanted on the US, and Pixels with great cameras, great software, they have stock Android, it's a clean experience, and with Gemini inside. Now, Apple with the iPhone 17 are a bit concerned about this, I think. They are pushing yes on integration with other Apple products, but they are even aware that they have a phone that is going to compete with that Google's phone, because Google is being widely used on the US, so they have a new competitor. And placing the iPhone 17 on a 256GB size of storage at that price point is good. You are making some kind of war with Google. They put a phone that was the base model with less specs than the iPhone, with 128GB of storage at $100 more. So they are trying to make their phone better and at less price. I don't know, this could be good. This could lead to a competitive market where people and companies have to make some decision to bring some market value and to compete with themselves. I am Ale from Tech by AF, and this was my considerations on iPhone 17. And I'll see you on the next one.